Hey everyone, welcome back to Mr. Geopolitics. My last update, I want to make it a quick update, but my last video ended up going on a little longer than I expected. So I'm going to make this a super quick update for all of you guys who want to watch a 5-minute video, 10-minute video, no more than that, but you want to know what's going on in Ukraine. Okay, so let's get right into it. All these blue round symbols represent siren alerts. The Russians are pounding Ukraine with missiles. Air defenses have been activated in various regions. Alright, so when we go to the Kherson region, where the much anticipated Ukrainian Kherson counteroffensive is taking place, what have the Ukrainians achieved thus far? They have taken, their best achievement is they've taken the village of Vysokopilia, but the Russians are launching counterattacks and fighting is ongoing, and there's a gray zone in between the village and where the area the Russians control in the red, because fighting is ongoing. Some say the Russians are actually on the outskirts of Vysokopilia, but we don't know. All we know is that fighting is ongoing, and yeah, they've taken Vysokopilia. The Ukrainians have taken it. And they've had help from some Chechens and Belarusians who are against Putin, against Ramzan Kadyrov, against the current Belarusian regime of Lukashenko. Alright, so notice all the bombing, all the Russian bomb symbols. So the Russians are bombing the heck out of the Ukrainians. And their artillery outnumbers the Ukrainians 10 or 20 to 1. The blue on blue here represents, this is the David breed area, by the way. So the blue on blue represents what the Russians claim they control, but the Ukrainians control, they claim they control everything in blue. Anyways, yesterday, the Russians took Suki Stavok, this town right here, and they were able to take that and cut off the Ukrainians in Kostromka, the village of Kostromka. But what ended up happening is that the Ukrainian forces who were surrounded in Kostromka, they went north, and then the Ukrainian the reinforcements came south, and they met up at Suki Stavok. So they took back Suki Stavok. Now it seems the latest is that they've gone south and taken Bezemin. And these all these settlements are, I wouldn't call them villages, I would call them hamlets, because let's look at one of them, Suki Stavok. And I mean, you see it's like a little road. There's probably a few dozen houses there at most. So they're what you would call a hamlet. Vysokopilia, that's a village. That's Ukraine's best achievement in 7 days. But these are hamlets, but this situation is dangerous for the Ukrainians because you notice the Ingulets River, while the Russians have blown up some of their some of the pontoon bridges across this river. So the Ukrainians keep trying to build pontoon bridges, but the Russians keep blowing them up. So the more forces Ukraine sends into this area, which could become a cauldron, the more dangerous it is. So it's a game of high risk. Okay, so we zoom out. Let's look at the symbols again. The Ukrainians are bombing the two bridges which connect the Kherson region with the rest of Ukraine that the Russians control. So what's happening is that the Russians are now setting up multiple pontoon bridges, and they're finding other ways to basically go across the Dnieper River. Basically, what they're doing is they're ferrying supplies by boats if they have to, and all Russian tanks and armored vehicles can do river crossing, so they're doing that. It just takes a few minutes to set up. So they're doing that. And the Russians are not giving up. They're sending reinforcements anyways, whichever way they can. Building pontoon bridges, doing everything they can. They're not giving up. The Russians are not giving up. Anyways, you notice all these clusters of Russian bomb symbols. Yes, the Russians outnumber the Ukrainians in artillery, basically 10 or 20 to 1, and that hasn't changed. The other settlement The other hamlet which Ukraine has taken is Ozern. Russians claim it's a PR stunt. They claim they weren't really guarding this area because if you notice, it's all forests here, and forests are excellent for defenders to hide in. And either way you want to go, if you don't want to take the main road through the forests, which is dangerous, then either way you want to go, you notice this body of water right here, you notice the forest, you have to go through this thin gap right here, or you got to go through this other gap right here. This is also dangerous for the Ukrainians, and some say according to some reports, the Ukrainians have already crossed back over. But this is another dangerous situation because you notice the Seversky Donetsk River, which acts as a natural barrier. If the Russians destroy the bridges here, then the Ukrainians will be stuck. No matter how many troops they have. So even if the Ukrainians were able to expand and take more territory, the Russians can always destroy their bridges and then pound their positions with artillery, airstrikes, whatnot, and counterattacks. So river crossings are always dangerous, and you need a solid and extensive bridgehead to make it work. But we're going to see if the Ukrainians do want to commit to this or not, or if they're going to just let it go as a propaganda win. All right, so in one other thing I have to mention, the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant has been shelled again, and it has been shut down. It has been shut down. It's no longer producing electricity. It was providing Ukraine with 20% of its electricity, but it's been shut down. And I'm not sure if the Russians had to shut it down, but if you notice, this nuclear power plant provides energy for this general vicinity. And if you notice, the Ukrainians have two big cities here, Zaporizhzhia and Kryvyi Rih, the hometown of President Zelensky. So the Ukrainians probably need this power plant more than the Russians. But anyways, the Russians have shut it down. And that's it, guys. That was a quick update. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share, and comment. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.